Happy morning to one and all. I Bhagya NP, Assistant Professor, Department of Chemistry, SVIT, Bangalore. Today I am going to teach you advances in energy system in environmental studies. As we all know, energy means it's a one source. So the main energy source is sun. So in the energy there are two types, renewable and non-renewable. So renewable means which can be generate and non-renewable means which cannot be generate. Let us discuss limitations, advantages and disadvantages of some energies. So in that the first energy is hydrogen energy. How do we get this hydrogen energy? So this is a one fuel cell energy, and this hydrogen fuel cell is produced or produces electricity by combining hydrogen and oxygen atoms. So when you combine hydrogen and oxygen atoms in a fuel cell, so the one energy is produced. So that energy we call it as hydrogen energy. From the hydrogen energy, we could able to produce electricity. So what are the merits of this hydrogen energy? It is readily available and it does not produce harmful emission. It is eco-friendly and it is environmentally eco-friendly and it is used as a fuel in a rockets. Mainly advantages or uses of this hydrogen energy is we are using it in a rocket and mainly it is renewable source. What are the disadvantages or demerits of hydrogen energy? It is very expensive, construction is very high and difficult to store and highly flammable and depends on the fossil fuels. So these are the disadvantages of the hydrogen fuel. So the next we'll move to the OTEC. OTEC means ocean thermal energy conversion. So what it means ocean thermal energy conversion means this ocean thermal energy is produces energy from the temperature differences in the ocean water means so there is a temperature differences between ocean surface water and deep ocean water. Because of these temperature differences, so the one energy is produced and that energy we call it as a OTEC. So OTEC means it's a process or technology for producing energy by harnessing the temperature difference between ocean surface water and deep ocean water. What are the merits of this OTEC? Merits is it is power developed is continuous and it is independent of the weather. And there is a small variation in the power output from season to season. The system uses conventional power plants needing only small changes in the design and it can produce simultaneously that's desalinated water and nutrients for agriculture. What are the demerits? Demerits is construction cost is very high, efficiency of the energy conversion is very low, and it needs very large turbines due to use of low pressure of steam having high specific volume in case of open cycle. And it uses expensive power working fluids. So these are the demerits of this OTEC. The next is solar energy. As I said, solar energy is a main source of energy. So from the solar energy, energy can be converted into any form. So what are the advantages of the solar energy or merits of the solar energy? It is renewable source and it reduces electricity bill because of adapting solar cells or solar bulbs. So we could able to reduce the electricity and diverse application. It has a diverse applications and low maintenance cost and technology development. Demerits is it is a highly weather dependent, means in all the season we cannot get the same solar energy or same efficiency of the solar energy. and the energy storage is little bit expensive, and it uses a lot of spaces, and it is associated with the pollution. How it is associated with the pollution? How? Because in the solar cells we are using silicon based solar cells. So in the preparation of the silicon based solar cell, there is a liberation of gases to the atmosphere. So in that way it is associated with the pollution. The next is tidal energy system. So what it means tidal energy, how we are going to obtain this? This energy is obtained by converting energy from the tides into useful form of power, mainly electricity, by using or by adopting various methods. What are the merits of this tidal energy? It is economically friendly, highly predictable energy source, and high energy density. Operational maintenance costs are very low, and an inexhaustible source of energy it is. And what are the demerits of this tidal energy system? This high tidal power plant construction is very high, and there is a negative influence on the marine life forms, and it is also location limits and variable intensity of sea waves. So if the sea wave intensity is varies, so automatically the energy obtained is also very less. So these are the disadvantages of this tidal energy system. The next is wind energy. So as we all know, it is a renewable wind energy. It is a renewable source, and wind is used to produce electricity using the kinetic energy created by the motion of the wind. So in the hill station or in the topmost, so we could see the big fans. So in that, by adopting or by using that big fans, we could able to get the wind energy. So what are the merits of this wind energy? Wind power is cost is very effective, and it's a clean fuel source, and it is sustainable and renewable. Wind turbines can be built on the existing farms or ranches. And what are the demerits? Demerits is it threats to wildlife. Why? Because once we start doing the production of electricity from the wind, so because of the high sounds of turbines, so it produces also pollution, so noise pollution also because of using the high blades in the turbine. So sometimes birds have been killed by flying into the spinning turbine blades. So as I said, because of producing a high sound in the turbines, so it also creates the noise pollution. So these are the disadvantages of the wind energy. The next is disaster management. What is means disaster management? Disaster means it's a sudden change of climate. So once the climate change, it causes a great effect on the human populations, plants, animals, totally on the earth. So in the disasters, so there are two types. One is man-made and one is natural. What are the things natural disasters? Earthquake, it is a natural disaster. Flood, it is natural. Cyclones, landslides, tsunami, drought. Man-made is, which is a man-made, then the question rises, which is a man-made? Man-made means deforestation, global warming. So these are the man-made disasters. Acid rain. So these are the man-made disasters. The next is cloud seeding. What it means cloud seeding? Cloud seeding means it is a artificial rain. So now you could see the diagram. See, if you see it in the diagram, artificial rain means we are producing rain artificially. How we can produce the rain artificially? Very simple. By turbine or by generator, we have to add the particles to the atmosphere. Once you add the particles to the atmosphere, these particles mixed with the moisture which is present in the atmosphere, and it forms the ice crystals. and this formed ice crystal starts growing, and once it become a heavy, then this ice crystals get condensed, and it will come back to the earth, or it will fall on the earth in the form of rain, that we call it as a artificial rain. Then which is the particle we are using to produce artificial rain? We are using silver iodide as a particle. So silver iodide is used as a particle which is to be used to produce artificial rain. So this is about the cloud seeding. The next is carbon trading. Carbon trading means it is a market based system. The main aim of this is to reduce greenhouse gases that contribute to the global warming, particularly carbon dioxide, which is emitted by the burning of fossil fuels. So this is called as carbon trading, emission test. In another way, we call it as a emission test. So usually in the vehicles, so we used to do the emission test. So why we used to do emission test? Because this is the test which controls the emission of the carbon dioxide from the by burning the fuel. So the same way here it is also carbon trading. So the main aim of this carbon trading is to reduce the greenhouse gases. So if we do not reduce greenhouse gases, so gradually it causes global warming. So the main aim is to reduce the greenhouse gases. So that we call it as a carbon trading. So the next topic is sustainable mining. So what it means sustainable mining? Sustainable means meet the needs of the present without compromising the ability of future generation to meet their own needs. So sustainable mining means extracting something. So whatever we required for at present, so only we have to extract that much. Remaining things leave it for the next generation. So that we call it as a sustainable mining. So this is about the second chapter, advances in energy system. Thank you.